Folow ropes and handles. So something we've made from the start. This was our initial product we've made. We've always put a lot of time and focus into it, but we felt we've got the formula right and we've sort of stuck to it. And I think that's why it's successful. So I've always believed in the softer end caps, you know, so a lot of companies are using you know, fixed ones, but personally I prefer them to be softer. But the main thing for me is that the hand naturally rotates, right? So when you ride, the boat actually, you know, pulls the rope. So when you go to a stiff, solid piece end cap, what it does is it puts all that pressure of your hand rolling onto your grips. So generally your grips rip off. So ours are actually stiffened, so it reduces the flow, but in that the hand naturally moves. So that's generally why our ropes last so long. We do two ropes in the Dyneema section. So the reason you'd buy a Dyneema rope is that once you're starting to jump on a wakeboard, you're loading your line and that gives you a more direct connection to your boat, which will give you a sort of a higher pop. So with the Pro ropes, they're basically based off Dyneema. So we've got two major rope styles within the range. So we use the PU coated Dyneema mainline. So personally, I prefer this because it's a softer feel through your hand. It doesn't tangle as much. It's got all the shortenings right down to 50 feet, even though it is a high-end Pro model. So when you've got a beginner riding, you don't have to tie knots in your expensive rope. The other option is the Fusion. This is really popular as well with a lot of our riders and a lot of the comp riders. The main difference too is that it's still a Dyneema based line, so it's got that zero stretch advantage, but it does float and it's also significantly lighter. The one thing we've always prided ourselves on is performance. So this rope wet at full length extension is generally around half the weight of some of the other brands and competitors at length. So when you want that ultimate performance in the sense of riding, the Fusion line is a great option with the advantage of it floating. The Pro rope, again, doesn't tangle as easy, which I prefer, also softer in your hand in the return. So you've got both options. All our ropes are available with the T-Bar Connect, so you can actually add the T-Bar in if you want. We generally work on the suede grips because we're finding that's our most popular reflection, and it will get grippier the more you sort of wear it. When we jump down into our basics package, it's actually available in 4 colorways. It's a basic low stretch PU. So it is still using the same end caps we're using our Pro ropes. We're still running suede grips. We're not sacrificing performance for an entry level rope. But the major difference, guys, is the rope. So zero stretch for ultimate performance, for a low stretch nylon, but still shortens right up to 50 foot. So a lot of the entry level packages won't have those shortenings available. They don't come with the bar floats and stuff like that. The other thing I forgot to mention is all the bars are actually injection molded foam. So in time, what happens is a lot of the companies' bar ends, they'll let water in, the handle eventually sinks. Ours are actually foam filled internal, so in theory, they'll float for as long as they're around. So good news. The surf rope, very popular. Again, available in 4 colorways. Check the website for all the color options. Suede grips, same ends, multiple nuts, multiple bar floats. They are a little bit longer. They're closer to 30 foot. The reason for that being is that sometimes we use them for tow surfing. If you don't need it, you can just pull it in. The basics of the sort of rope and handles, it's where we started. Follow it. It's 23.